I want you that celebrating what happened to our brothers. Nnamdi Kanu, the only good man in Igbo land, only good man that love you, a true love, is only Nnamdi Kanu. The only true man that love this country, that want everybody to be free. They want hausa to be free. They want Yoruba to be free. They want Igbo to be free. Everybody go to your country and develop your own nation. If you want to kill your brother, then you can kill them. Don't come and use one Nigeria and killing other people.
God have mercy upon us.
And one personal people, one particular people are eating your resources in the name of Nigeria. That is why they refuse for the separation of Nigeria. Because one families are benefiting one Nigeria, not all the Nigerians.
Ouch!
So whatever they do to Nnamdi Kanu is a personal interest of a one person that enjoying the resources of Nigeria. That is what happened. A man that rejected money, no Igbo man, as far as I know, can do that country. All the Igbo people were sent to represent us. All of them had took bribes. But this young man, Nnamdi Kanu, is an opportunity to take his own bribe and go back home like other people. And they asked him, which is, have you opened up? If anybody will come out and say what he said, he have opened up and tell you, they asked me to be a vice president. I say no. They asked me, do you need oil well? I say no. That is why a lot of Igbo people don't want to. Because they want him. And the young man said,
the only man who loves everyone, both Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba, genuinely is Nnamdi Kanu. The man who spoke for everyone. The sacrifice of Nnamdi Kanu. In the complicated story of modern Nigeria, few figures inspire as much passion, controversy, and devotion as Nnamdi Kanu. To his critics, he is a polarizing separatist voice. But to millions of supporters across Nigeria and the diaspora, he represents something very different. They see a man whose message, despite its fierce tone, has always been rooted in a powerful belief that every Nigerian, Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, and others deserve dignity, freedom, and protection from oppression. For them, the story of Nnamdi Kanu is not just the story of one ethnic struggle. It is the story of a man who believed that no Nigerian life should be treated as less valuable than another. A voice that spoke beyond tribe. Nigeria is a nation of more than 250 ethnic groups. Among the largest are the Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba, three cultures with deep histories and powerful identities. Yet, since Nigeria's independence in 1960, ethnic division has often shaped politics, governance, and even opportunity. In this environment, many activists tend to speak primarily for their own people. But supporters of Nnamdi Kanu argue that his message was different. They say his criticism of Nigeria's political system was not directed at ordinary Hausa, Yoruba, or any other group. Instead, he directed his anger towards structures of power that he believed oppressed ordinary citizens everywhere. In his broadcasts and speeches, Kanu often argued that the suffering experienced in different regions of Nigeria had a common root, a political system that failed to protect its people. According to supporters, his dream was not simply the freedom of the Igbo. His dream was a society where every ethnic group could live without fear, marginalization, or violence. A sacrifice that crossed ethnic lines. One of the most powerful arguments made by Kanu's supporters is the idea of sacrifice. For them, the personal cost he has paid, years of detention, political persecution, and intense controversy, represents more than the struggle of one man. They believe it represents a broader struggle for justice. Supporters often point out that speaking against powerful political systems in many countries can come with a heavy price. And in their view, Kanu chose that path knowing the consequences. They say his activism was driven by a burning desire to see a Nigeria where farmers are not killed in their fields, villages are not destroyed by violence, citizens are not afraid of their own government. Young people are not forced to flee their homeland in search of dignity abroad. To them, these issues affect every Nigerian ethnic group, not just one. A dream of freedom for all. At the heart of the movement surrounding Nnamdi Kanu is a powerful emotional idea. It is the belief that the struggle for freedom cannot be selective. Freedom, they argue, must apply to everyone. In this vision, an Igbo trader in Onitsha deserves safety. A Hausa farmer in the north deserves security. A Yoruba entrepreneur in Lagos deserves opportunity. No tribe should dominate another. No citizen should be treated as expendable. For supporters, Kanu's message was a challenge to a system they believe has long divided Nigerians along ethnic and religious lines. Instead of those divisions, they believe he called for something radical, a society where justice is not determined by tribe, religion, or region. The burden of speaking the truth. Throughout history, people who challenge powerful systems often face resistance. From Nelson Mandela to Martin Luther King Jr., many figures who are celebrated today were once controversial voices in their own time. Supporters of Kanu often draw parallels to this pattern. They argue that strong voices for justice are rarely welcomed by those in power. Whether one agrees with every statement he has made or not, they say the core of his message has always been about freedom and dignity. And for them, that message transcends ethnicity. A future beyond division. Nigeria's greatest challenge may not be its diversity. In fact, diversity can be a strength. The real challenge lies in how that diversity is managed. For many Nigerians, the dream is simple. A country where tribe no longer determines opportunity. A country where security is guaranteed for everyone. A country where young people no longer feel forced to leave their homeland. Supporters of Nnamdi Kanu believe that his struggle was ultimately about this vision, not a Nigeria divided by hatred, but a future where every ethnic group can live freely and happily without oppression or fear. Stay tuned.